in pursuit of the 600-pound deadlift.
Hello, it's Josh Hewitt from Top 4 Fitness, and welcome back to part 2 of In Pursuit of the 600-pound deadlift. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about basic strength training program design, and then we're going to take a look at where my deadlift is at.
If your goal is strength, I recommend you alternate between upper body and lower body workouts each week, focusing on squats as the primary movement on one lower body day and heavy deadlifts as the primary movement on the other lower body workout. Your squat day includes some speed work for deadlifts. Perform 3 to 5 working sets for the deadlift, keeping your rep range between 1 and 5 repetitions. For example, 5 repetitions on week 1, then add weight and drop the reps down to 4, and on the third week perform 3 repetitions with increasing load until your training doubles at the end of the month, or you could test your 1 rep max at this point. I do recommend you schedule a deload week for recovery every month or so, as the deadlift is extremely taxing on your nervous system, and you'll make better gains in the long term if you schedule in a recovery week of light training. After your recovery, you can start the cycle from the beginning, and you may want to vary your deadlift exercise at this point to give your nervous system a fresh stimulus. For example, if you've been training with the conventional deadlift, you could perform partials or the sumo deadlift or hex bar deadlift for a cycle and then go back to the conventional. I'm going to make this complete program available soon at getstrongprogram.com, so check it out there. This program will definitely get you strong. I usually start my warm-up sets fairly light with about 135 pounds, which is 145 pound plate aside, working in the 5 rep range, just making sure that my technique is down and the muscles that are going to be involved are ready for the heavier load. Now moving up to 225 pounds. Typically, the heavier your working weight will be, the more warm-up sets you're going to need to work up to that weight.
Make sure before you even get into doing the warm-up sets for your deadlift, you've done a really good full dynamic warm-up and plenty of activation exercises for your glutes, your lower back, and your upper back, your thoracic spine. Don't neglect the importance of the upper back muscles in the deadlift. So I do a lot of isometrics to activate the core of the glutes and the spinal extensors before I even get into the warm-up sets in the deadlift. Another point about your warm-up sets: if you're working in the 3 to 5 rep range, do your warm-up sets in that rep range as well. Even if the weight is light, 5 reps, done. The idea is not to do like 20 reps to get a good warm-up and push yourself to fatigue before you even get into your working set. So keep the rep range the same, keep the rep range low for your warm-up sets. You're just getting the muscle activation going with the incremental warm-ups till you get to the heavy working sets.
Moving up to 315 for 5. Just a quick note on the wrist straps, which I'm using here. Since I tore my bicep last year, I've been cautious about the mixed grip, the overhand underhand grip, so I've been using straps for all of my heavy deadlift training. But don't worry, when I get up to my max, when I start getting into the high 500s, I will definitely use the mixed grip and get rid of the straps so that it's a legitimate max. And here I'm using chalk, which is a fantastic grip aid for deadlifting and all pulling movements. Typically I'd keep it in the 5 rep range for this weight, but since I'm testing my 1 rep max today, I'm going to do singles with 405 and 455 and see where my 1 rep is today. Just a note about the belt: I chose to wear a thin nylon belt for these last couple sets. In general, I don't suggest wearing a belt unless it's for competition or testing a 1 rep max, or if otherwise indicated because of an injury. And that was probably a little tougher than I'd like, a little heavier than I should have done right before testing my 1 rep max, but here I'm going to pull 475. And I lock it out. So 475 is my new 1 rep max for this year. Next time I test this, I should be able to hit 5 plates even.
Until then, stay strong.